Yeah, on the animal space, V-I-C-E, cause no vice is strong enough to go against.
Good morning. What's going on? Novice Nation, it's your boy Novice. It's early, except it's not any earlier than it ever is. It's just getting later in the year. Days are getting shorter, which is a little bit stressful, a little bit scary for me because I thrive off of sunlight, but want to make the most of the daylight that I have each day. About to jump in. It's a Monday morning. Gotta get headed to work here shortly, but wanted to make sure I got my video journal recorded early today. I have started to take a different approach in how I'm looking at this addiction. And it's at the advice of a different app that I've been using. And I'm hesitant to even throw it out there because I've tried a lot of different apps and stuff before to various degrees of success. And I'm not saying that they're not good and I'm not saying that they're not worth it, but I want to give this one its due time and stay the course and follow it out before I necessarily go promoting or advertising it. But it recommends taking the approach of looking at your addiction and the challenges in life as a game, kind of like a video game, and to quite literally create characters and view them as obstacles and challenges and villains and bad guys in a game, and who are your allies in this game, and what are the power-ups and the things that strengthen you and build you up to help you get through this game. And I like that as an idea. I like taking it even a step further because in the Bible, the Apostle Paul famously states that and I'm going to butcher the exact verbiage, so I'm not even going to try, but basically that God is never going to give you any challenges that you're not strong enough to beat. He knows that you're capable of doing this. And that feels untrue sometimes. That feels overwhelming sometimes. But if you look at life and your addictions, challenges as a video game, then who's the developer of that game? Which is God. God is the developer of the game. Now, there's a big bad in this game, and it can feel like they have all the power. But when you take a step back, you realize that as big and bad and scary as that final boss is, that they're not the ones that hold all of the power. The game developer is. And the game developer does not create a game that's impossible to win. He has designed a way for you to win. And when you're playing a game, it can be challenging, it can be difficult, but you keep going because you know that there's a way to win. And you just got to find that way. You have to find the right tools or resources or allies or power-ups or get enough experience to get good enough at the game and using the tools and resources that you have to finally beat that big final boss. But you don't just go straight to the final boss. There are smaller enemies or minions or monsters or whatever that you have to beat. And so naming those things, and that's what I've been working on. And here's a few actual visual designs, and I think I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but putting these things into a visual aid and then identifying what I can do if I was thinking of terms of like a power-up or a boost to help combat those things. So I know I'm speaking very broadly, very generally. There's a lot more that I want to pour into it today to flesh out more of this idea, and hopefully I'll be able to share a lot more of that tomorrow. But I'm excited to have a fresh take, a fresh perspective. Now it's a matter of maintaining that consistently enough that it doesn't, okay, now it was fresh and now it's not motivating or driving me anymore, which is a big problem for me. Is I get motivated really easily, but I also lose that motivation really easily when something isn't new anymore. So that's why habitual behavior is so important, turning things into habits so that it doesn't matter that I've done it a million times. That's the point, that I have done it a million times. And so it becomes easier to keep doing. So all that being said, I do have to run to make sure that I'm not late for work. Subscribe, please. Comment down below. Remember, you will die. So remember to live, remember to love, and remember truth. I will see you in the next one. Peace!